hiatus. I'm sorry that it took me so long to upload another video, but I am finally back and want to follow up with you to share all of my tips and tricks on how to transition your hair. So not too long ago, I posted a picture at my 1-year anniversary from 2015 to now, and showed you guys how much of a difference going heat-free in my natural hair journey has made. So I wanted to give you my top 10 tips for anybody who's either thinking about transitioning or has just started their journey but need a little bit more guidance on how to do it successfully. So without further ado, here are my tips. So obviously the number one tip, first and foremost, is do not use heat. I know that it's very tempting, especially when you're entering into the colder months. You kind of want to do some protective styling, but one of the things that will make the biggest difference is if you do not use heat. Just put away all of your straighteners, curling irons. I personally have not parted with mine. They've been hiding in their own little basket for the last year and some change now, and I haven't touched them. Of course, you're still gonna have your blow dryer, but using that on the cooler setting is totally fine. But just stay away from anything that's going to apply direct heat to your hair, because that's really gonna stunt your progress. Number 2, you do not have to big chop or even mini chop. What you really want to focus on is transitioning in a way that makes you feel the most comfortable. So if you want to hang on to your straight ends for a while and keep that length, then do that. Just make sure that you're doing everything that you can to treat your hair respectfully and give it everything that it needs, but that doesn't mean that you have to part ways with your ends immediately. Take all the time that you need. Number 3 is trims are your biggest weapon. They're your best weapon, your friend, your homie. They are what's going to progressively make your hair healthier, because you are slowly taking away the ends that are weighing your curls down. So as your natural curls start to come out of your head and your heat damage is kind of growing out, you want to keep clipping away at that, because you're going to have a lot of split ends that are also going to deter your growth. So you want to make sure that you're constantly paying attention to those. I would even just stand in the sunlight every now and then, kind of scope out my split ends and see if there were any that needed to disappear. And I would just slowly clip away at it. Like I said before, make sure that you do this in your own comfortability, but the more you do this, the easier it's going to be when you're finally ready to get rid of those ends and just embrace that curly hair. Number 4, stop using sulfate products. 9.5 times out of 10, those aren't doing anything positive for your hair. It's basically just like a dish soap detergent. If you think about putting that on your hair, it's stripping away all of the oils, and curly hair especially needs natural oil in order to grow and have that additional nourishment. So when you're stripping that down, it's just making your curls angry. If you've ever used a shampoo that wasn't right for you, you'll notice that it's makes your hair kind of dry and stringy, and yeah, just do away with products that are not meant for your hair. If they don't have all natural ingredients in them, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to toss them or find a good alternative for them until you're ready to maybe come back. You probably won't come back. Number 5, one solution does not fit everyone. So what that means is learn what your hair does. Learn the unique pattern of your hair. Learn what your hair likes and dislikes. So what may work for my hair might not work for yours, and vice versa. So find people who have similar hair types to you, whether it's online, on blogs, or on YouTube, and follow their regimen more so than maybe somebody who might be your curl crush who has a different curl pattern than yours. So learn your hair's porosity, learn if you're protein sensitive, and then follow suit for the things that are suitable for your unique hair type. Number 6, Perm Rods will trick everybody into thinking that you have already made it. Perm Rods were my absolute best friend during my entire transitioning journey before I trimmed off all of my heat damage. So what I was doing to keep my length going is just doing my protective style, as you can see them in my perm rod video, and twist out too. I would just put perm rods at the bottom of my hair. Anything that was straight and kind of, what's the word? stringy, gangly, I would just throw a perm rod on it because it would basically transform that straight hair into a curl that would match the curl pattern that was already growing out. So like I said before, if you're not ready to part ways with your ends, then that's one way that you can do that to kind of disguise your straight ends into curls until you're ready to cut those things off. Number 7, this is good news for a lot of people. This does not need to be an expensive journey. I know a lot of people are like, it's so hard to keep up with all the hair products. There's always new ones coming out. Should I try this one? Should I try that one? Should I get the deep conditioner that comes with the shampoo and the other conditioner that comes with the serum and the styler? You don't have to try all of those things. What you need to do is find some staple products that are good for your hair. So whether that be a co-wash and then a good deep conditioner and then a couple stylers and a couple gels that you like, and keep those in your rotation. Find what works for you, and that's going to come with a lot of trial and error. The trial and error doesn't necessarily have to be super expensive. If you try out a product and you just find that that is not meant for you, you can take that back to the store. You've only used it one time, and most stores have a good return policy. So don't worry about this being an expensive journey. Just know that you're doing it as an investment into owning your natural hair, which is ultimately going to be a lot cheaper than buying a bunch of straighteners, getting a weave, things like that. You have so much more freedom in the end when you embrace this natural hair and take good care of it. But it doesn't have to be pricey. Number 8, with that said, make sure that you rotate your products when your hair tells you to. So that's why I mentioned that it's good to have a couple stylers and a couple gels. Once you're using products on a regular basis, your hair might build up a tolerance to some of those ingredients that are in there for a period of time. So during that phase, all you have to do is just rotate out. You can still keep those products and maybe save them for a month or 2 down the road and start using something else. Curly hair is weird that way. It might be everybody's hair, but just keep a couple different products on hand if your hair may not want to respond to that particular product at that time. Number 9, coming to the end, deep condition. Deep conditioning is key. One of the most important things you need to do while you're transitioning is make sure that you're replenishing your hair of moisture, oil, and all of that good stuff that's going to keep it nice, fresh, and healthy. When I would skip deep conditioner, if I say, oh, I don't really have a whole lot of time to do that, I'm just gonna skip it, I would notice that my hair was significantly drier that week. So just making sure that it's a part of your regimen, whether it's every single week like me or every other week, it's really gonna make a huge difference in just giving your hair the nutrients that it needs to stay healthy. And last but not least, number 10 is love and embrace this journey and your natural hair. I know that it's definitely a challenge getting used to having your hair a certain way for so long and transitioning over to something that's difficult. My hair drove me absolutely crazy, still kind of does, for probably 6 months, and I really it took a while to get the hang of it, but the more I was experimenting, the more I was doing what I knew was right for it, I really started to gain more confidence for it, and in turn, it started to come out a lot better. I started to really hit my stride with what styles work for me, when I was gonna do those, and I just stopped comparing my hair to other people's. You're gonna see people online who have big juicy curls and little tiny kinky coily curls, and you're not 100% sure where your hair is gonna fit in. Your hair is unique and you should love and embrace that in every way. So don't get caught up in comparing your curls or your progress to anybody else's. Just love and embrace the journey. If you have any questions at all, definitely feel free to reach out to me online. Any tips and tricks I'm happy to give. You can find my website at www.aminamarie.com, and make sure you follow me on Instagram at aminamarie. I am happy to answer any DMs about any curling or curly, naturally transitioning hair. I love the stuff. So anything that you need, just let me know. If you like this video and it was helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below if you have any questions. I will talk to you very soon, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.